Right now at noon, baseball's coronavirus problems are now affecting the Brewers, postponing their home opener scheduled for today. And Madison police are investigating their 8th homicide of the year after a double stabbing on the city's west side.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. We start with a developing story breaking in just the last few hours. The Milwaukee Brewers home opener is being postponed after members of the St. Louis Cardinals tested positive for the coronavirus. The Brewers and Cardinals were supposed to play in about an hour from now at Miller Park, but the game was called off after news broke of 2 positive tests from Cardinal players. The Cardinals are isolated at their team hotel now. As of now, tomorrow's night game is still on, and a doubleheader is being planned for Sunday. Sports director Zach Hanley will have updates later today on News 3 Now. Chris Reese has a look at your first warn forecast working from home today. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Mark. A pleasure to see you for sure. We have had a beautiful day here across South Central Wisconsin. As I always like to say, we are full of the decorator clouds in the sky right now. Temperatures are very comfortable as well. Right now, we find most of our temperatures to be into the 70s. We're at 76 right now in Madison. Janesville is closer towards the 80-degree mark. That's where their temperature is at 79 right now. Boscobel happens to be the only spot that's at the 80-degree mark. We'll all make it into the 80s, or at least close to it, as we move towards those afternoon highs. Dew points are comfortable as well. We're seeing those dew points into the upper 50s. That means the air is incredibly comfortable as you begin to step outside. No showers or thunderstorms either across South Central Wisconsin, and that's really the story as we look across the state as a whole. We're gearing up for another day or two, perhaps even 3, where we don't really have to worry about showers or thunderstorms. If that begins to change, folks, by the time we get you towards Sunday. But as we look ahead for just the rest of today, look for a mix of the sun and the clouds. We'll call it partly cloudy skies. No rainfall is expected. Temperatures will top out right around 80. We'll time out those weekend rain chances coming up in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. Madison police say one person is dead and another's in the hospital after the city's 8th homicide this year. It happened just after 9 o'clock last night at a home on Dorchester Way, just off of McKee Road on the west side. Police say 2 people were stabbed. One person died at the scene, and the other was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The suspect was also taken to the hospital for an evaluation. We're expecting more information from police later today. Police say non-lethal weapons may have saved a woman's life last night. Officers responded to an apartment building on Braxton Place, just off Regent Street, at about 7:30. 26-year-old Cole Patsky allegedly pulled a woman into an elevator and strangled her before she was able to get outside. Patsky was allegedly holding a knife to her throat when police arrived. They used a sponge round and a taser to arrest him. He's facing multiple charges, including strangulation and false imprisonment. 1 Marine has died, 2 injured, and 8 others are missing after an amphibious assault vehicle accident off the coast of Southern California. 15 Marines were in the vehicle at the time, and rescue efforts are underway near San Clemente Island off the coast near San Diego. 2 Marines were transported to local hospitals, where 1 was listed in critical condition, the other in stable condition. All of the Marines involved were assigned to the 15th Marine Expedition Unit. Governor Tony Evers' mandatory state mask order may be challenged by the Wisconsin legislature. Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald tweeted this morning that the upper house, quote, stands ready to convene the body to end the governor's order. The Republicans hold a 19-13 majority in the Senate. 3 Republicans would have to cross party lines for the governor's order to stand. President Trump is in Florida today discussing the coronavirus pandemic and approaching hurricane. It comes as Dr. Anthony Fauci returns to Capitol Hill to testify in front of a House panel. Skylar Henry has the latest from Washington.
The nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, stressed the need for all Americans to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
We could do a really good job of controlling it if we paid attention to 5 fundamental principles, one of which is what we're doing here.
Right.
With masks, crowds, distance, bars, washing hands.
Fauci's testimony comes as House lawmakers continue to examine the need for a national plan to contain the outbreak.
I'm calling for the administration to finally give America a comprehensive national plan that prioritizes science over politics.
You wouldn't even be here today if there wasn't a plan, because you are the people tasked with carrying out the plan.
On Thursday, President Trump and Dr. Fauci appeared together for the first time in months at the Red Cross in Washington. Today, Fauci said he's cautiously optimistic a coronavirus vaccine would be ready by the end of the year.
We hope that as the time we get into the late fall and early winter, we will have, in fact, a vaccine that we can say would be safe and effective.
The White House and lawmakers are still at an impasse on a new coronavirus relief package. They've been trading offers to help struggling Americans without reaching a deal.
We've had enough rope-a-dope. We've had enough empty talk. It's time to go on the record.
At this great moment of terrible trouble in our country, our Republican friends are paralyzed.
As of today, the extra $600 federal unemployment benefit has expired, and more than 30 million Americans could see their unemployment checks drop 50 to 75%.
We want to get money to people, and it has to be substantial.
Republicans and the White House are now pushing a short-term extension. Democrats have rejected the idea and say the next relief bill needs to be a complete package. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And House leaders are canceling their August recess to work on the coronavirus bill. But Politico reports that the members of the Senate have already left Washington without a deal. For the third day in a row, Florida shattered its record for coronavirus deaths in a single day. And the state is now bracing for a potential setback in the fight against COVID-19. Many testing sites have shut down, and concern is growing over how that hurricane approaching the state will affect hospitals this weekend, especially in hard-hit Miami-Dade County.
If it's a big storm and you have sick people or injured people, we will have an issue where to actually put all these patients.
I'm pretty much fighting two wars. A war against COVID and a war against stupidity. People are not listening. Whether it's, we're backed up by science or just plain old common sense, people are not listening.
Besides Texas, Arizona, and Mississippi also reported dramatic increases. Average daily deaths are rising in 17 states nationwide. We reported on the many industries affected by the pandemic. Well, here's another one to add to the list. Champagne producers. Celebrations are in short supply due to COVID-19, and sales of the sparkling beverage have fallen flat. The industry lost an unprecedented $2 billion in revenue over the past few months. As lockdowns went into place around the world, champagne producers were left with nearly 100 million bottles of unsold product.
We are experiencing a crisis that we evaluate to be even worse than the Great Depression in terms of economy for champagne.
To prevent further waste or drop in price, an official champagne committee is expected to put a cap on next month's harvest, meaning vineyards in eastern France will have to regulate the amount of grapes they pick and burn or dispose of any excess. Vineyard owners who don't want to go that route could be given the option to produce alcohol for hand sanitizer. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. Howard's working on a mystery dish in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
I can't believe you ate all of those. What are they? The only way to know is to stick around.
Great glasses at iMart Express is something that you can always count on. Now for a limited time at our lowest prices ever. Get one pair of single vision glasses for $20 and one pair of progressives for $30. This won't last long, only at iMart Express.
Home is dancing because no one's watching. Home is a reason to disturb the peace. Home is laughter. Home is where heads come to rest. A place to let go and a place to find again. At Stanley Steamer, we love home, and we know that a clean home is a healthy home. We're ready when you are.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
This is our moment to build a new American economy for our families and for our communities. When we spend taxpayers' money, we should use it to buy American products and support American jobs. It's time to help small businesses. We'll purchase clean energy technologies to fight climate change and enhance national security. We have to invest in what the jobs and industries of tomorrow are going to be. We have a great opportunity to build back and build back better. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
It's salty, it's crunchy, it's cheesy, and it's messy. If you're thinking, what the heck is he talking about? It's poutine. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this Canadian creation, it's simply French fries and cheese curds smothered in gravy. As a matter of fact, in Canada, every McDonald's has poutine on their menu, right along with a Big Mac. To make them, we start by preparing some frozen French fries according to the package instructions. I baked them, but if you want, you could fry them. Now we top them with a handful of cheese curds. And since these might be new to you, cheese curds are a byproduct of cheese that are produced during the cheese-making process. They have a mild flavor, and they sort of squeak when you bite into them. All right, we have the fries, we have the cheese curds. Now all we have to do is smother everything with gravy. I never said this was healthy, but I promise it's very tasty. And whether you eat these as a go-along or as the ultimate comfort food, they're almost impossible to resist. To get the recipe for what we call perfect poutine, including the homemade gravy, simply visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a Canadian-inspired way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. Partly sunny skies today, a little less humid. Chris Reese has your first warn forecast coming up.
The sleep of your dreams is on sale now at Ashley Home Store during the Ultimate Mattress Sale. Save huge on Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest, and iComfort by Serta top brand mattresses. Get free guaranteed delivery within 5 days on in-stock beds during the Ultimate Sale at Ashley Home Store.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. All Patriot lighting is 11% off. This 5,900 lumen LED wrap light is great for kitchens, hallways, and more. The LEDs mean there are no bulbs to replace. Just $44.49 after 11% off. Designer's Image 12x12 self-adhesive vinyl tile look great and are easy to install. They're all 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
She was the most welcoming person you could ever imagine. Her home was the safe place. It was difficult to comprehend how quickly everything kind of spiraled downwards. We didn't even know that she had COVID till a week later in her passing. The president made a huge mistake in downplaying this virus. There was a lack of leadership, a lack of responsibility, and a lack of resources. I felt like our elderly have not been a priority for this administration, that they don't matter. And I feel like my grandmother didn't matter. The last time I saw my grandmother, we weren't going to be allowed in the hospital. We asked if we could video chat her, and everyone could say a little something. We gathered as a family, we prayed. But the fact that she was alone, it just breaks my heart.
For
Furniture and Appliance Mart's best appliance savings of the summer are heating up. The ultimate sale is on now. Get special appliance buys up to 60% off. Get guaranteed delivery within 5 days on all in-stock appliances, plus a free 10-year limited warranty at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Saturday morning, we'll explain how you can be a hero and help hungry kids get the nutrition they need during the new school year. Plus, the first weekend this year, and you can walk around the Dane County Farmers Market, but there's a twist. We'll see you at 5 and 8.
Madison Magazine is recognizing amazing nurses for their courage and commitment during the COVID-19 pandemic. Go to MadisonMagazine.com and nominate a nurse for going above and beyond the call of duty. Deadline for submissions is August 17.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, it's been another roller coaster ride on Wall Street this week. With that and today's economic news, here's Diane King Hall.
Wall Street navigated cross currents on the last trading session of the month. Blowout earnings from big tech helped buoy the NASDAQ. Shares of Apple, Amazon, and Facebook all gained ground, but weakness in stocks tied to an economic recovery muted the overall gains. The U.S. is putting up more money towards the development of a COVID-19 vaccine. GlaxoSmithKline and Sanofi said the U.S. government pledged to pay up to $2.1 billion for the companies to develop and deliver 100 million doses of a coronavirus vaccine. According to the World Health Organization, more than 150 vaccines are in development around the globe, with about 24 in clinical trials. Google's parent company Alphabet reported its first drop in revenue ever. The company says sales slipped to $38.3 billion. Still, that was better than expected. Earnings also topped expectations, totaling nearly $7 billion. And safety precautions have caused many airlines to drop some in-flight perks, including complimentary snacks. As a result, American Airlines supplier GNS Foods was left with an abundance of nuts. The company is now unloading roughly 87,000 pounds of the snack at its factory store and online. Nut connoisseurs can stock up on the classic first class mix and even its Hawaii-bound exclusive Aloha blend, which includes pecans and diced pineapple. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 251 points. The NASDAQ, however, up 11.5. The S&P 500 down 17. Farm Director Pam Yankee is here today with today's Ag News. Hi, Pam.
Final Friday of July, and I bring you an update on that seed story that broke earlier this week. A lot of Wisconsin residents getting these unsolicited small bags of seed in their mailbox. Well, Wisconsin Ag Secretary Designee Randy Romanski says they've received more than 500 reports of those unsolicited seed bags around the state. Romanski said that they're investigating and working hand in hand with the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Again, he reminds people, if you've received those seed bags, do not plant them, do not dispose of them. If you've planted the seed already, don't disturb it, don't do anything with it until we figure out exactly what's going on. Romanski said that he also wants people to hang on to the packaging because that may help them in their investigation. But again, the count already 500 strong for that unsolicited seed landing in Wisconsin mailboxes. You know, the other interesting thing is that they're getting complaints of unsolicited packages in general showing up at people's residences. Could be anything from just empty box right on through to something you didn't order and really don't need. Romanski, again, encouraging people to report those unsolicited packages and their arrivals. Like you said, the investigation kind of ongoing. All of that information available on my website, MidwestFarmReport.com, which you can also access through Facebook. Just look for Fabulous Farm Babe. And it looks like Jim Dell has been named the Chief Executive Officer for the upcoming merger between Landmark Services Cooperative and Countryside Cooperative up in northwest Wisconsin. They've got about 500 employees in Countryside, about 275 in Landmark Services. They will be merging that. Tentatively going to happen March of next year, with Jim Dell from Landmark taking over as CEO. All kinds of food news, MidwestFarmReport.com, Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook as well as Twitter. Looks like a beautiful weekend. Hope you get a chance to enjoy it. We'll catch you on Monday.
Thanks, Pam. Chris Reese now has a look at your first WARN forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Mark. A beautiful weekend indeed is what's expected for us, but I want to take a moment to start with what we are seeing in the tropics right now. Two areas of development that we're watching. The first is Hurricane Isaias. That's what's going to be making potential landfall on the eastern seaboard as we go through the week. Then we're already watching another area of development that is coming off of Western Africa as we speak. But I want to take a moment to zoom in now on Hurricane Isaias moving north and west at 17 miles per hour right now. Sustained winds have increased to 80 miles per hour at this point. We're seeing some of those wind gusts upwards of 100 miles per hour. And areas right along that Florida shoreline are going to be paying real close attention to this as it gets incredibly close. As an expected Category 1 hurricane, but I can tell you the waters are very warm over there. And then eventually this will likely make landfall somewhere along the outer banks of the Carolinas as we go into early next week. Now, it's got a real weird name that you've heard us say. A lot of folks want to say Isaias or whatever. It's pronounced Isaias. Just a fun little tidbit as we go through, well, the rest of the tropical season, pronouncing a lot of these names out there. For us, we are pleasant. That is one thing that is for sure. Storms are expected by the time we get you towards Sunday, but next week could be just downright cool around here. Let's go ahead and look outside right now. We're seeing the beautiful day out there. The clouds are certainly there as well, mixed in with that blue sky. We're sitting at 76 degrees. Winds are out of the north and northeast at about 10 miles per hour, but those dew points, they're into the upper 50s, so that's what's keeping the air so comfortable as you begin to step outside. 79 in Janesville right now, Boscobel coming in at 80. We are mainly into the 70s all across the board here throughout south central Wisconsin, and there are no showers or thunderstorms that we have to talk about as well. This continues to set the stage for what I expect to be a downright beautiful afternoon. Any showers or thunderstorms, those will be further towards the south around St. Louis, parts of Missouri, and central Illinois. Then we have some that are far towards the north and west across parts of the high plains. But we'll start to see those chances for thunderstorms increase. By the time we get you towards Saturday, some thunderstorms could exist far towards the north and west of Madison. Then by Sunday, scattered storms are possible for just about all of us. So that weekend forecast is half and half. Saturday looks great. Sunday will be a little bit cooler and we'll have a greater chance to see those showers of thunderstorms. Let's take you hour by hour. We go through the rest of this afternoon. Temperatures will tap out to the upper 70s to right around 80. Overnight tonight, we're cooling down into the low 60s and upper 50s. Now we're starting out early Saturday morning. We jump towards Saturday afternoon and once again, sunshine. But those temperatures, they're topping out around that 80-degree mark. Then we start to move into early Sunday. You see those clouds coming in along with that chance for some showers. That will set the stage for what would likely be a cooler weather pattern as we move into next week. I always like to show the upper air weather pattern and how that's going to influence our weather. And here you're seeing that dip in the jet stream allowing some of that cooler air to really begin to move in here. That is why we're talking temperatures below average for the first time in a long time in that extended forecast. To 80 today, 82 on Saturday. 70s return by Sunday, and then it's low 70s for the middle of next week before we're back in the 80s by next weekend, Mark.
A cool start to August, that's for sure. All right, Chris, thank you. Up next, We're going to meet Barron, this week's Pet of the Week. Looking for a home? Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Today we're facing a serious threat. We have to meet it as one country. Numbers don't lie. Infection rates are now going up in more states than they're going down. We got to fight this together. Wear a mask. Keep your distance. Limit the size of crowds. It may be inconvenient. It may be uncomfortable, but it's the right thing to do as an American. We need a president who will level with the American people. President will tell us the unvarnished truth. President will take responsibility instead of always blaming others. President will listen to the experts, follow the science, allow them to speak. President will lead, be an example for the nation. We have to do all we can to keep our fellow Americans safe and healthy. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Aloha, I'm Gary Canolti, inviting News 3 Now viewers to join me on a fabulous tour to the Hawaiian Islands, October 14th to the 23rd. Spend 3 nights on Oahu near famous Waikiki Beach, 2 nights on the scenic Garden Isle of Kauai, and 3 nights on Kaanapali Beach in Maui. Enjoy a Polynesian luau with traditional food and dance, and visit the Maui Tropical Plantation. All airfare, deluxe resorts, and more included. For more information, call Holiday Vacations at 1-800-826-2266.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
Kindness makes a world of difference at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin and save more than ever before on stressless seating. Save at least $300 on stressless recliners and office chairs. Plus, save hundreds more with $200 off every sofa seat you buy. There's never been a better time to help others and fill your home with the unmatched comfort of stressless seating. Be kind and save generously at the Century House.
It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. It is Baron. Our friends at the Dane County Humane Society say he is the sweetest 60-pound pit bull mix you'll ever see. Baron loves having other dog friends around and would do well with an older dog sibling to look up to. Baron enjoys being close to his people and can often be found waiting on the other side of a closed door. He isn't destructive and does not need to be in a crate when left alone. He loves walks, car rides, rawhide, and cuddling with his canine foster sister. He's extremely sensitive and cautious, so a patient owner with a positive training style is essential. If you're interested in adopting Baron or checking out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413. And our pet from last week, Mia, is still on the lookout for a new home. Look at that smile on her. The Dane County Humane Society's thrift store has expanded new hours after moving to the new location on Watts Road right across the street from Woodman's. The Humane Society has seen lots of support. They're now open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Let's get a final check of the forecast. Here's Chris.
Hey, I said it earlier. I want to make sure I show this graphic. I talked about it being the first time in a while that we talked about temperatures being below average. That's what we are expecting into the start of August, folks. Those first days of August will likely see those temperatures cooler than where they typically would be for the start of the 8th month of the year. Here's that extended forecast. 80 today, 80s tomorrow, 70s return with showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. Then we are much cooler into next week.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a safe afternoon.